Year is approaching. For many people, it seems a fresh start to make New Year's resolution. However, it is quite challenging to keep promises. To revive our life in a meaningful way towards the end of the year, I visited บ้านบุญไร่ทอศรีปากช่องนครราชสีมา province to ask พระอาจารย์ชยสาโร, a monk who lectures extensively on topic of happiness and the practice of meditation, for his advice in seeking happiness as the year coming to an end.
Towards the end of the year, perhaps it's good time of the year that people think about the past year that is ending and what they should do for the new year. And perhaps people tend to think of New Year resolution. What's your recommendation? What's your take?
Well, as we are creatures, we are beings that are capable of making changes. Then is something that we should take advantage of, and making fresh starts is psychologically uplifting. I think the problem is it's very difficult for most of us to follow through on those resolutions. So if we make a resolution, then it's good to have some kind of plan to ensure that we follow through and to have some kind of markers. Let's say this coming year I want to do this. Well, what specifically do you want to do? And what do you want to accomplish in the first month or the second month? You have to be, I think, quite specific. If it's too general, it's almost impossible to carry it on.
It seems the path to very good virtue must be quite difficult and require strong determination of anyone to really follow the path that you just explained.
It's difficult for sure, but then why do anything that's easy? I mean, there's no sense of accomplishment in that, and often the following the path of goodness is maybe not as difficult as it may seem, because you just feel better. I mean, there is this immediate result. You just feel better about yourself when you're acting with integrity and kindness, and not just following your desires and your moods and your habits and your instincts, and you're trying to raise yourself up. It's something that it doesn't feel miserable. Quite the opposite.
But there's so much distraction at the moment, พระอาจารย์ especially on the use of social media, and it's emphasized on individual identity rather than collective identity, in which we are trying to pursue to make the society better. So what's your recommendation in which people are struggling between making themselves more outstanding individually and collective spirit?
We have the capacity, we have the ability to observe ourselves, and we can observe what happens, what is the impact of various activities, various ways of thinking on our mind, and what is uplifting to our mind, what drags it down, what makes it bright, what makes it muddy and depressed. And that's really your standard, rather than following even something in a Buddhist book. But you observe and you notice, when I do this, or when I use social media too much, or when I spend my time doing this, my mind feels really distracted and unhappy and restless, and when I do this, I feel a bit better. So this is like data. This is stuff you can observe, and then you can learn from your own experience. So for me, Buddhism is not about telling you what, you should be this way and you should be that way, but saying use the tools that you have at your disposal to look at your life and learn what really makes you happy.